Welcome to your yoga mat. I'm so glad you're here. Whoop, whoop. Little high fives to some yoga. My husband was just reading an article the other day, and it was called Alone Together. Kind of how we are navigating this space of being in the world, which I feel like we can see some light at the end of the tunnel, but we're alone doing our yoga, doing our life, doing our jobs, doing all these things, and yet we're still together. And so I want you to remember that we are still together, even though at moments it can feel alone. And as we practice today, this is going to be a practice that has a little bit of heat building in the beginning, and then the second half is going to be more stretching and restorative, rejuvenating sort of a feel to it. So you could do these as two separate practices, or you could merge them together and do them back to back, which is what we're going to do right now. So I want you to find a nice, easy seat. We're just going to take a moment to center ourselves. So let your hands rest on your legs, sit up nice and tall, and let your eyes close. Connection is one of the foundations, I feel like, to being human. It is one of the reasons we love our yoga practice often, is to come together in community. And we've had to pivot, right? We've had to learn how to adjust, and there has hopefully been some gifts in that you have developed or have continued to flourish in your own home practice. And one of the teachings I came across recently by an author named Maston Kipp said, the greatest gift of what is happening right now is who we are becoming. Who we are becoming. So all of these experiences are here to help us become more of who we really are. Let's fold our hands together in front of our heart. And if we can really take that teaching to heart, if we could really see our life through this lens that all experiences that happen to us are there as an evolution of our own becoming, that literally starts to shift everything. The way we live our life, the way we treat ourselves, the way we treat each other, the way we take action in the world. So take a moment and set an intention. This practice is to help us become. And let your chin gently fall towards your chest. Your hands to come down to the legs. Inhale, lift your chin, open your eyes. So as we practice today, as always, do what you can do. If you're like, I can't do that, that's okay. What can you do? Stay on your mat. Find something you can do. And if I don't offer something, you can always take something else that you think might feel good. So I want you to start. Make sure you have at least a blanket. You might need that later. I was just sitting on it. All right. So we're going to come to tabletop. Knees underneath those hips and wrists underneath your shoulders. Okay. We're going to start to wake things up right away. So inhale, let your head and heart lift. Arch your back. And then we're going to tuck the toes. We're going to pull the belly to the spine, and we're going to lift the knees as we exhale. And now in a moment, we're going to add on to this. So let's just get this first part. Knees down as you breathe in. You can untuck the toes if you like. Exhale, tuck the toes, navel to back body. Push the earth away. We call this bear plank. Okay, inhale. First one you may just need to watch, and then you can jump in. Now, as we exhale, we're going to lift the knees, tap right hand, left shoulder, left hand, right shoulder, right knee, right tricep, left knee, left tricep. That's all along exhale. And then the knees will drop back down on the inhale. So here we go. Inhale. Exhale, lift, tap, tap, tricep, tricep. Knees down, breathe in. Maybe you can only do the hands. That's fine. Exhale, tap, tap. Try to have as little movement as you can. And come down. I told you, we're warming up right away. One more time. Breathe in. I know you're begging for two more. Fine, we'll do two more. Tap, tap, tricep, tricep, lower, breathe in. I heard you. Exhale, lift, tap, tap, tricep, tricep. Good. Set the knees back down. Breathe in. Inhale, open the chest. And now you're going to tuck those toes. Exhale, downward facing dog. Hips to the sky. Stretch out those arms now. That hopefully feels good. You're going to claw the earth with your finger pads. Push down and forward with the hands. Stretch up and back through your hips. And let's come forward to a plank. Breathe in. Set your knees down. We're going to take a half sun salute. So we're going to bend the elbows, chaturanga. So if you're newer, you can stay with the knees the whole time. Shift your heart forward. You're going to maybe only bend 2 inches. Some of you can bend to 90 degrees, but not lower. Shoulders not lower than elbows. And then you can keep the hips down on this first one. We're doing a cobra. Maybe move a little bit side to side. And then exhale back, downward facing dog. I just had a moment where I'm pretty sure there was something in my teeth. But hopefully you're so far away you wouldn't be able to see it anyway. Inhale, plank pose. I'm just keeping it real here, people. Chaturanga. Remember, you can put the knees down. Exhale. Cobra or up dog. Now, if you took up dog, your thighs are lifted. Mine are still down. Exhale back, downward facing dog. Let's do it again. Breathe in. Exhale, chaturanga. Up dog, cobra. Inhale. Now my thighs are up. You may not be able to totally tell, but they are. Exhale, downward facing dog. We got one more. Breathe in. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, up dog, cobra. Exhale, down dog. Take a full breath. Breathe in. Exhale, breathe out. So getting to those moments where you're like, I don't know if I can do one more chaturanga or one more of this. Those are those moments. Do what you can do. Inhale, lift your heels. Bend your knees, look forward, step or float. It's good to get to those places where we actually start to push ourselves just a hair, right? Just a hair. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, fold. Bend your knees quite a lot and go ahead and interlace your hands behind your back. Stretch your knuckles up and over your head. If you want to move side to side, you can. And then release the hands down to the floor. Put a generous bend in your knees and let's roll it up vertebrae by vertebrae by vertebrae. Good. Reach your arms to the sky. Breathe in. Interlace your fingers. You're going to point your index fingers and you can cross your thumbs. Let's take a side bend to the right. Exhale. Good. Inhale, come back up. Let's side bend over to the left. Inhale, come back up. Exhale, swan dive all the way to the earth. Inhale, lengthen your spine. Exhale, you can step back to plank or jump back, chaturanga. Remember, knees can be down. Up dog, cobra. Breathe in. Corkscrew your hands into the earth. Try to turn your hands out to help pull the heart through. Exhale, down dog. So we're going to pick the heart rate up just a little bit. We're going to start, inhale, right leg up. Exhale, right foot forward and through. Back knee goes down. So I'm going to start with a variation that hopefully will feel accessible for everyone. And then we'll add on and you take it where you need to. Take the arms up towards the sky. Breathe in. Exhale, take the hands back to the ground and hold knee to nose. Good. Now you're going to bring that right foot back forward. Now it may not go and you may have to put your left knee down, grab the ankle, help it out. Inhale, bring it back up. And exhale, bring it back down. And you'll hold knee to nose, okay? Step it back, downward facing dog, just so we can kind of feel that. We're going to do that same thing on the other side. Left leg up, left foot forward, back knee down. Inhale, arms up, low lunge. Exhale, hands to the ground, lift the back knee, and pull your left knee as close to the nose as you can. And then step it back through or help it out. Low lunge, inhale. Exhale, release, hands to the ground, lift the knee if you can. If you can't, you can always leave the knee down. Good, and then step back, downward facing dog. All right, now we're gonna add on, we're gonna stay with that variation. Right leg reaches up, breathe in. Exhale, right foot forward. Now make sure your feet are hip width because we're coming up to high lunge. Inhale, reach the arms up. Now if you need to, you can take the hands to the hips, draw that back knee down a little bit so you can bend the knee, get the pelvis more neutral. We're going to flow in a minute, but I just want you to get the foundation to start. Reach the arms up, breathe in. Exhale, hands to the floor. Now you're going to jump switch. Jump, jump. Same leg. Some of you, it's knee to nose, what you're just doing. Inhale, rise up. Exhale, hands down. Jump or knee to nose. Last time, breathe in. Exhale, hands to the ground, vinyasa. You can hover this right leg. If you're doing knee down, you can have the knee down in chaturanga. Cobra. Exhale, down dog. Good, are we clear? So you either are doing the low lunge with the knee down and then you're holding a knee to nose, or some of you, you're jump switching 2 times so you're always having that same leg. All right, now we're doing left side. Inhale, reach. Exhale, left foot forward. Back knee down or back knee up. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, hands to the floor, jump switch. 1, 2. Inhale, up. Exhale, jump switch. 1, or knee to nose. 2. Inhale, reach up. Now we take the vinyasa. Exhale, hands to the floor. You can hover the leg, flow down. Up dog, cobra. Exhale, down dog. So sometimes I do use the yoga practice. Really, it's building strength. Let's do it one more time. Inhale, right leg up. Right foot forward. Back knee up or down. Inhale. Exhale, hands to the floor. Jump, jump. You're trying to be nice and light there. Inhale. Exhale, release. One more. Breathe in. Exhale, jump switch. Stay on your mat, right? That's the goal. Stay on your mat. Inhale, up. Whoa, losing my balance. It happens. Exhale, vinyasa. Now, if you're just like, I'm cooked, you just go like this. You just step it right back to down dog, okay? Otherwise, you take the vinyasa. Couple of breaths. Breathe in. You can always take child's pose. Breathe out. One more. Slow it back down. Exhale. If you might need more time, take more time if you need it. Left leg goes up. Breathe in. Exhale, left foot forward. Crescent pose. Inhale, reach. Exhale, hands to the floor. Jump switch. Inhale. Exhale, jump switch. Last time. Breathe in. Exhale, jump switch. Good. Inhale, arms reach up. And take the vinyasa. Exhale or skip it. Up dog, cobra. Exhale, downward facing dog. All right, let's take a puppy pose or a child's pose. Puppy pose, the knees stay over the hips. Child's pose, the hips come back to the heels. Take a moment and pause. If you want to rest those shoulders, take the hands back. We're going to meet on the belly. Take your hands out in front of you. Exhale, lower all the way down. Forehead to the floor. I want you to reach your arms out like a Y shape. Okay, reach them out like a Y. Like a Y. There we go. Get my shirt out of the way. All right, press all 10 toenails down into the earth. Push your palms down. Lift your armpits up. Keep your forehead down to start. Just float your arms. And then make a W with your arms. So draw your elbows back. Hug your shoulder blades on your back. Keep the forehead down. Stretch the arms out. Y. Exhale, W or cactus, however you like to think of it. Inhale, reach. So strengthening the back body. Exhale, cactus. Now, if you want to make it a little more challenging for yourself, you could lift your head up and keep going. But make sure you can stay established in the breath. Yoga is skill in action, right? Being able to stay with your integrity, your breath. One more time. Exhale. Very good. All right, yogis, bring a cheek to the mat. Pause for a moment. Whew. Gonna shake out those shoulders. Shake, shake, shake. Okay. Turn your head the other way. I'm pretty sure in the process of becoming, fun was encouraged. It was in my world. Okay, I'm 99.999% sure. All right, we're going to come onto our right side. So roll onto your right side. Going to wake up the side body here a little bit. So when I don't have a ton of time, I want to be able to use the practice to feel both I'm getting a strengthening some days and also a release. And so again, you could always skip this part and you could just go to the releasing part. You're going to take your top arm, your left arm, you're going to reach it just over your head. And we're going to push into this bottom arm and we're going to lift up, bringing the legs up together if you can and tapping to the outer left leg. Now, if that's too much, inhale. You can have the hand behind the head. And you could bring the knees in into a bent position. So inhale back, exhale lift. There you go. Inhale, or all the way up. Exhale. Inhale, exhale. You're in no rush because there's no end. I mean, there's an end to these, but there's no end to our practice. Let's do 3 more. Lift, lower. Lift, lower, lift, and lower. Very good. We're going to roll over onto the back. Roll over onto your back. Take your hands behind your head. Bend your knees so your knees are above your hips. You can flex your feet or point your feet. Lift your head up. And we're going to take left elbow to right knee and extend the left leg. Inhale, center. Exhale, twist. Inhale, center. Exhale, twist. Center, twist. Breathing in the center. Now, if you need to, you can always bring your head all the way down and just come up for that twist. Center, twist, center. Being able to stay calm. Center, twist, center. Good. One more. And center. Very good. All right, set your feet to the floor. We have a second side. We're going to roll over to our left side. I'm going to stay facing you, so I'm going to rock around this way. All right. Laying on that left arm, right hand behind your head. Your legs, you're kind of in a crescent moon shape here. Now, again, you can come up with bent legs and knee and elbow come together or as close to together as you can. Or you're pushing into that left arm, coming up, tapping the outer right arm to outer right leg. Lift, lower, lift. Imagine you could squeeze a block. In fact, you got a block laying around? Go ahead, put it between your inner thighs. Give it a squeeze. 4, 3, do what you can do. Stay on your mat. 2, I know you're thinking, fast forward. 1, very good. Okay, roll over to your back. Stay with me. Stay with me. Hands behind your head, legs to the sky. All right, now you can do same bicycle, or if you want to do scissors this time, you can do scissors. Right elbow, left leg, or left elbow, right leg, and center. The lower you lower the leg, the more intense it is. So if it's hovering off the ground, it's going to be more intense. If you just lower it a little bit, okay, that's going to make it a little more accessible. So maybe this practice, you just get really curious and you come back to it again and again and say, I'm going to try this time, right? You go a little deeper in your own way, your own evolution of becoming to center. Pretty sure our roads are not always easy roads. Center. 3, 2, last one. Whoo! Okay, my core is on fire. I don't know if yours is, but you are a hero if you know. You are a hero. Hook your thumbs, stretch your legs. Ah, that feels good. Here's the good news. You are closer to the stretching with every pose we do. Let's take a little rock and roll. Little rock and roll. Front to back, front to back. And rock up to a forward bend. So if you need some help, just push into those hands and up you go. You can sway it out a little bit side to side. And then little micro bend in those knees. Reverse your swan dive. Inhale, rise, come all the way up. Little back bend at the top will feel nice on that belly. And hands to heart. Bring your big toes together. Inner heels just a little bit apart. Now, if you had a block here, it would be useful, okay? So if you have one, go ahead, grab it. Put your weight in your right foot. Pick your left heel up. Wrap your left leg over your right. Take your arms out like wings. Breathe in. Eagle pose, left arm under right arm. If they don't go all the way, you can always tap those left toes down on the floor. Just bring the back of your hands together. Squeeze your inner thighs. Good. Now we're going to come to a warrior three. If you can, keep the arms. Otherwise, let the hands come to your block or to the floor. Kick your left leg back. Toes point down to the floor. Good. And then fingertips down to the floor. You're going to tap just so it hovers, but you're going to tap your left foot by your right foot as you exhale. And you're going to kick that left leg back. Now, if you have a block, I want you to put it under your left hand. And as you take the leg back, I want you to reach your right arm forward. And then exhale, set it back down. Tap, tap. Left leg back, right arm forward. Inhale. Exhale, lower. Last time. Leg back, arm forward. And release. Very good, yogis. Bend your knees. Clasp your hands the other way behind your back. Open your shoulders. Relax your head. Fingertips down. Big toes touch. Chair pose. Utkatasana. Weights in your left foot now. Eagle pose. Pick your right leg up. Left arm under right arm. Lift your elbows up. Squeeze your inner thighs together. Warrior three. Start to come up. Right knee to chest. And then extend your right leg back. Toes point down. Stretch your heart forward. Good. And then fingertips down. Tap your right leg down. Now the block's going to go under your right hand. So tap your right foot. As your right leg goes back, now your left arm goes forward. Inhale. Don't worry how high it goes. Exhale, tap. Inhale, reach. Exhale, tap. Last time. Inhale, reach. Exhale, tap. Very good. Separate your feet a little wider than your hips. Malasana, yogi squat. You did it. That part's done. That part's done. Lift your chest. Squeeze your legs against your arms. Push your arms against your legs. If your heels don't come down, grab that blanket. You set it under your heels for a moment. Now, if you know you have sensitive knees, grab that blanket. We're going to use it as padding. Set your hands to the floor. Drop to your left knee and step your right foot forward. Now, this left leg, I want you to angle it just a little bit behind you. We're going to come to a kneeling warrior one, reaching your arms to the sky. Take your right hand to your right hip and side bend over to the left. Your own sound effects in the background are absolutely welcome. Inhale, come up. And now we're going to swivel that back shin even more behind us and come to a kneeling warrior two. So the good news is a lot of the standing poses we often do, we're going to do them kneeling because you get such a deeper stretch into the groin and the hips. You're going to take the right hand down and you can hold your ankle. You can even put the forearm on the thigh or grab a block and reach your left arm over your ear. So this is a kneeling side angle. If you've got the arm down like I do, you can kind of use the arm against the leg against the arm to help you turn the belly open. That's the way. And then we'll reverse our warrior. Left hand can go on the back hip or down your back calf. Keep this right knee moving to the right as you reach your right arm back. Oh, nice big stretch out of that right waistline. And then kneeling, triangle pose. So extend that leg out. You can flex your foot now. And then right hand down, you can bring it inside or outside your leg and top arm up to the sky. Or if you want a little more side body stretch, take it over the ear. Now really start to come back to realizing, just as you would have more of an intense experience in your day, we were just a little bit more intense, and now how quickly can your body kind of reacclimate and start to slow the breathing down, calm the mind, calm the nervous system. Inhale, come up. Take your hands to the floor right in front of you, right knee underneath you. Now if you can, I want you to sit back on the heels. If you can't, just stay up on the shins. Take your right hand off to the right behind you, and then think of your body lifting like a plank. So you're not trying to come up like camel. You're going to be leaning back more, but think of the pelvis lifting and reach your left arm over the ear. Put your weight in that right hand, push the earth away, and then exhale, peel it down, and then left hand behind you. Inhale, lift. You can look to the left. Exhale, lower. Now just spin to the back of the mat, right shin back, and it's only going to kind of go part way, remember, because we're doing that kneeling warrior one. Inhale, arms reach up. Now left hand comes to left hip. Our right arm's going to stretch up and over. If you want to go deeper, you could always take your hand down to the block or to the floor. I get plenty with the hand on the hip. Inhale, come up. Move that back shin even more behind you, coming to that kneeling warrior two. Adjust your feet. Your heel of your front foot or your left foot is in line with your right knee. Side angle. So now as you bend, your left knee is right above that ankle. Sweep the arm over the ear. We might be alone on our mats right now, but we are together. So all the intensity you felt, I felt it. The stretching, you feel it, I feel it. We are still together right now. Reverse your warrior. Start to come up. Right hand back hip or down to that calf. Stretch the left arm over. Watch that front knee. It tends to go to the right. Keep it moving left. Push into that bottom hand and hug your right shoulder blade to the back of the heart. Inhale, come up, kneeling triangle pose. Flex your left foot. You can slide that foot out a little bit. And then you can even put the hand on the shin. Just be careful if you tend to hyperextend here. Top arm up or top arm over your ear. Take another breath. Good. Inhale, slowly come up. Hands in front of you. Sit back down. This time you're going to cross your ankles and take your legs out in front of you for a hip opener. So, hip opener option A is Sukhasana with our right shin in front with our feet flexed. Crossing right at the mid shin or taking double pigeon. Right shin on top of left shin. Sitting up nice and tall. Good. So if your hips are like, I am not there yet, just start with Sukhasana. Maybe folding forward. So if you can, start to fold forward. And as your body starts to open a little bit, then maybe you come back up, adjust into a deeper form of the pose. If you're in double pigeon, take your right arm against that top leg and push the ball of your foot against your left forearm and kind of squeeze in. Hug the outer, like squeeze in, and it'll help you stretch. Then extend your spine out of the pelvis. Extend it forward. Good. And then inhale, you're going to slowly come up. We're going to lean to the left and take this right leg back into a half hero. So your inner heel is going to be close towards your outer hip. Now, if you need a blanket to sit on, you could always pile it up. You could roll it up so it comes up higher. And then your left foot is going to be on the floor. Okay? Your right knee is tracking straight out of the right hip. It's not going off to the right. It's going straight forward. If you're getting any pain in your knee, I want you to lay on your left side and grab your right hand to your right ankle and lay right here. Okay, those of you that can go deeper, you start to come down, maybe to here. As you get to the forearms, push down, lift the hips, and take the tailbone towards the back of your right knee. Take it forward. And then maybe you can come down even deeper. Now, as you do, your knee may lift. So once you get down, again, push into this left foot, lift your hips, scoop the tailbone under, and see if you can get that knee to come back, that shin to come back down. It may or may not today. You can take the arms over your head if you like. You could hug your left knee if you need even more. I don't need more, but I'm just showing for half a second. You could hug this left shin or left thigh towards your chest. Good. And then hands by your sides. You're going to push into those forearms. I like to extend my left leg, lift from the heart, and slowly come back up. Good. Now lean over to the left and swing that back leg around. Just bring the soles of the feet together for a moment and flutter your wings. And then we get a second side. Okay, left shin in front. Sukhasana or double pigeon. Beginning to fold from those hip creases, start to come forward. You can, like, I need a little more. Maybe you start to come into the double pigeon. Your shins are forward, they're parallel with each other. You're putting your right arm against the ball of that left foot and your left arm against the outer left leg and squeeze in. Extend the heart forward. Alone together right now, right? Ooh, we all are feeling something. We all feel intensity in our body. We all feel resistance. We all know what it feels like to flow and to love and to hurt and to feel joy. And as we go about our life and we have experiences throughout our life, all of those are meaningful steps along the way where we are becoming more of ourselves. Good. And then we'll come up and lean to the side. And now it's left leg back into that half hero pose, or lay on your right side and reach back and hold the foot. Okay. Some of you coming back further. So this practice has had a wide variety of things, and sometimes it takes all our effort just to stay on the mat, right? Not to get distracted or not to give up if a practice feels harder for us, but to stay with it. Even if at moments that means we're doing something else, but you stay here, you stay connected onto the mat. You keep this commitment to yourself. Keeping commitments to ourselves is a huge part of our own becoming. We'll hold a million commitments to everybody else, right? And then we sometimes don't always fulfill the most important one, which is to ourselves. And then I like to extend my leg out and push into those elbows. Lead from the heart. Inhale, come all the way back up. Lean to the right. Swing that left leg around. Shake out those legs for a moment. Turn your palms up and slowly make your way all the way back down onto your back. Hug your knees in towards your chest. We're going to take a brief reclined frog pose. So you're going to let your legs open up. Instead of happy baby where your feet are to the sky, you're going to let your feet flex just like you do in happy baby, but let your heels come down a little more. Your arms are going to come on the inside. You're going to hold your ankles or your calves, wherever you can grab. You don't need to go for the feet. Your ankles and your knees are in line, and then you're using your elbows a little bit to kind of move the knees away And then drawing with your hands, kind of pulling the shin bone like you're trying to draw it towards the floor. So you get this deep flexion that happens in your hip crease. And then go ahead and let the soles of your feet come together and your legs to come all the way down to the floor, your feet to the floor in Supta Baddha Konasana. One hand to the heart and one hand to the belly. Take a moment or two, and if you want, you can extend the legs out into Shavasana, or you can just stay in this shape if it's feeling good. The outer body softens as you feel that inner radiance that lies within. And then begin to move your fingers and toes. Please stay longer if you have more time. Stretch your arms over your head. Take a big full body stretch. Maybe point and flex your feet a couple of times. And then bend your knees. Connect your feet to the earth. Let's roll to our right side. And using your hands, bring yourself back upright to an easy seat. Allow your hands to fold together in front of your heart. The greatest gift of what is happening in the moment is who we are becoming. And as we leave the mat today, we remember that our life is our practice, right? The way that we live our life, and realizing that every experience is within it a seed of becoming more of who we are. From my heart to yours, we are alone and yet together. I am so grateful you practiced today. Thank you for stepping onto the mat. Namaste. Thank you.